Welcome back from the crash. Let me tell you to refresh. If you're here from YouTube land yet, you did not miss much. We had just started a map when we crashed. I had changed my settings. Okay, they did stay. So we're going to go ahead and pick the same map that we had only moments ago. Because even though it sucked, we were committed to it. Okay? Welcome back. Thank you. So sorry about the crash. Thank you guys for sticking around. We're going back to what we started with the Sunny Meadows restricted. This vast asylum holds more than just copyrights and debris. Some say you can still hear the screams. Alright, I do crash least often on this game, but unfortunately it does still happen occasionally. Thanks. Okay, anyways, we now have Judy Thompson getting average sanity below 25%. Capture a photo of the ghost. Oh, just kidding. Capture a photo of any successful reading from the EMF reader. I forget that they added some of these new ones in. And capture 2 unique paranormal sounds with the sound recorder. Those last two are both new to some of the more recent updates that they've been doing. But we're not scared. Oh, look! They decided to be a little bit nicer because we crashed and put the generator up here. I will say, the last ghost we had that I crashed on, I was wondering if it was a Hantu, because Hantus love to, like, immediately turn off your generator and keep things as cold as possible, and since that's kind of what it did, of, like, immediately turning it off, that was kind of what I was going for last time. But welcome back. Thank you so much, everybody. You're awesome. Alright, it's been about the same temperature in these rooms. Okay, I was finally... This was not boarded off last time. I was finally prepared for the door to open the opposite direction than what I was anticipating, and then it actually opened the way that I originally thought. So, I still was wrong, even when I tried to, like, get around being wrong. But, hello, anybody there? This did drop 10 degrees. Okay, about 10 degrees. I will keep this in mind. You count that as a light being on? That's some bull thought. What? Okay, so it is the ghost room. I wasn't 100% sure because 10 is still not all that cold. But the fact that there's also stuff going on in here, we're going to count that. So I'm so glad this is the direction I happened to walk in, because look, 10 degrees, now it's 18, whatever. It's important, it's obvious, let's go.
Leagues to just redeemed, I'm behind you.
I don't know why your sound redeem didn't play. It was still alarming nonetheless. But for some reason it didn't play, I'm behind you. So I will redeem your, I will refund your points. But that is so weird. You still got me, though, funnily enough. Hold on, let me refund your points real quick. If I remember how. There's a chance I don't remember how, in which case I will refund it to you after stream, because I definitely know how to do it when I'm not streaming. Jump scare either way. It did work. But yeah, I'll remember to refund you after stream. It will basically just give you your points back as if you hadn't spent it on that specific redeem. But how weird. I wonder if all of them are broken or just that one. I remember I had them break a little while back, and like I went and checked to see what was causing the break, and like everything looked all normal and stuff. And then me checking it somehow fixed it, even though I literally didn't change anything, and they hadn't been broken since then. Okay, this room. Yeah, it's still broken. Thank you for checking.
Redeemed which cry.
So I'll definitely refund both of those for you. Let me check that temperature again, but man, do I gotta turn my headphones down a little bit, because that is loud, and it wasn't even the actual jump scare, which is funnily enough. Yeah, it's all of them. I don't know what's wrong with them. I'm so sorry. I'll just be a touchier. I know, because you have 50 million points to spend. I wonder if it's somewhat related to the crash, because, I mean, we didn't... Ooh. Visual bug. We didn't test them before the crash, but I wonder if that's what caused it. Just a little weirdness going on over there. You never know. But because our sanity does start lower, I'm going to go ahead and take a sanity pill now because we've seen the ghost do several things. But we can check our beautiful camera now that we have one. I have like love and hate both for this because I think it's neato. Oh, dang it, I should have recorded that. You get like bonus money if you record it. I think it's neat the way that they did it, but I think it does make it a little bit more difficult. And like less things give you money than did before because other things now give you money. So things like taking a picture of like the salt and stuff, that doesn't count. The reason why I haven't put this in my thing yet is because I'm waiting to see if he'll happen to walk by the DOTS again so I can record it. Because you get like little bonus monies if you happen to record something sketchy on camera. I'll give it like, oh, haha, I got it. See, perfect. See, and if you go over to your media, you have this video where I caught paranormal, and it's only worth $10 when I feel like that's way more evidence than some of the other things. But let's go ahead and mark DOTS. Thank you for being my tester. That is great. Let's bring a book, and I don't know, maybe we'll talk to him. Ooh, hold on. Rather than talking to him, I'm going to bring a crucifix. I feel like this guy's a little bit on the sketchy side. I don't know why. He just seems like it. I was also just testing my binoculars, not my binoculars, whatever they're called, night vision goggles, because, you know, they sucked in the past, and then they had that update, so I had decent hope that maybe they fixed the suckage, but no, they still suck. So we're still not going to use those. I just figured I had to check. You know, you never know. Maybe they just randomly decided to make it better. Ooh, that light's on. Why is this light on? That's weird. I don't think that light was on earlier. Alright. This one is off. Now it's on. Okay, yeah, and it still sucks. I was just making sure that... Ooh. Ooh. Thank you. Hold on, let me write that down. Wow, that really narrowed it down to what the ghost could be. Let me just check temperature one more time, then we'll head back out to the truck. Still not freezing. It's getting colder, though. It was sitting around 9 to 8 degrees before, and now it's at 5, so... I mean, progress, I guess. If we just keep checking it, maybe it'll eventually be cold until it's freezing. What? I don't like that visual bug. I'm gonna steal their bell, though. I love that you can ring it while you're carrying it. Or maybe it's a ghosty in the system. It could be. There you go. Oh, no. No. I can't get it to fall the right way. Please let me put my bell. You know what? That's close enough. So, let's read what our two potential ghosties could be. It could be a Diogen or a Thay. I'm hoping Thay, but let's read both. Sometimes surrounded by endless fog, Diogen have been eluding ghost hunters for years. These ghosts have been reported to find even the most hidden prey before stalking them into exhaustion. Diogen constantly sense the living. You can run, but you can't hide. Diogen require a lot of energy to form and will move very slowly when approaching its victim. Okay, and then we have the Thay, which I would prefer. Thays have been known to rapidly age in the rapidly age over time, even in the afterlife. From what we've learned, they seem to deteriorate faster while within the presence of the living, and upon entering the location, they will become active, defensive, and agile, but they will weaken over time, making them weaker, slower, and less aggressive. Which, by the way, I have said this before, but I will say it again because it annoys me. Why does the weakness say that they will weaken over time, which will make them weaker? That is like the laziest writing you could possibly do, and it's been in the game for forever. Really? They could never fix that? They're just like set on the lazy writing for that description. That's silly. Anyways, enough complaining about that. Let's grab some stuff to get out. I grabbed the thing to talk to him, and then I'll grab the UV to, you know, look at the random things, see if we can see some footprints or some handprints or something neat. I really hope it can't be a mimic. I didn't check, but I can check when we're back in the safety of our truck. But I would rather not die, so we're going to wait until we're safely out again to test some things. It's like a dictionary definition using the word that it's defining. Yes, exactly. It's lazy and it's lame. I just need my desk so hard. Holy frick, that hurt. Oh my gosh. Ow. Oh my gosh. That was painful. Whatcha? I like how he, like, cussed me out for me hitting my leg. But we know what it is. Okay, we're gonna wait till we get to the truck to write that down. But yeah, I slammed my knee up into, like, I have a metal bar on my desk that is supposed to be, if you had, like, one of those parts that could slide out to, like, have a keyboard in it. I didn't use it, but the metal bar is still there. That's what I slammed my knee into on that jump scare. Clip, thank you. Okay. But he talked to us. I heard it for just a second. So it's a Deogen. So hopefully he doesn't hunt me down because I don't even have hiding spots turned on. I would just have to run for the life of me and hope for the best. You swear you heard my desk rattle? You might have. I'm honestly surprised. Little fun fact. I have a bajillion Santas above me. You guys can't see them, but I collect, like, Santa figurines. Man, none of them are visible. Anyways, I collect Santas that are, like, this big, and, they're all above me on my desk. They did shake, and one of them did get moved a little bit, but none of them fell. I'm really surprised, because I feel like if there were an earthquake, it would be raining Santas, low-key. But, ow, we need to, man, we needed sound, not video. But oh well. I wonder if I could, like, record him on the DOTS twice and see if that counts as, like, 2 different money things. It'd be snowing Santas, yeah! Oh, okay, you know what? That counted. See, now we have, it moved this. See, it's perfect. Alright, let's grab the camera so we can take some photographic evidence. And we need the sound recorder. Now, I haven't had the most success with the sound recorder, but to be fair, I haven't really given much effort. So, maybe today is the day we learn how to correctly use the sound recorder, and everything will be great. And I don't think I broke anything on my desk, so A-okay. I don't know if you guys remember what my background used to look like. I don't know if you can see it right now. But, it used to have Santas on it. Some of them. Obviously not all of them. No way I could fit all of them. But they do have been on stream before. I guess we'll start recording. See if maybe the ghost will talk to us. Hello, ghost? What's your name? Are you an elderly victim, perchance? Don't throw things at me, that's mean! Stop throwing things! Are you friendly? Alright, that better have counted. Okay, neither of those. I didn't get either of those. You know, maybe I'm supposed to leave it there recording. The frick? That still didn't count. I don't know what the heck that's supposed to be, but I don't like that. And none of these are counting for my sounds. That's the sound recorder right there. And look, I literally turned it on. I don't understand. It seemed like I got it. But, okay. Alright, fine game if you want to be specific. I'm going to stand, like, right here and see if I can get it to walk across the DOTS again. Okay. Because I want a photo. I want, like, the... Okay. I want, like, the money that I'll get. You turn this on. Alright, I'm gonna give him, like, 10 more seconds. And, then I'm gonna go. Okay. I don't really care that you're elderly. I care more that you walk through the DOTS. Pretty please. You did it once to scare me, and now I'm gonna have a bruise on my knees. Do it again, please. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Really? Wow. Oh, you know what? That doesn't even count, because I don't get credit for that. They used to give you interaction photo money, and now they don't. They mostly give you money for the different media types that you can get. And I couldn't figure out how to get the sound recorder to work. Unless that's not the sound recorder. It definitely seemed like the sound recorder. But alright, alright. Okay, it's still on. Welcome, welcome, and if you are just joining us, we have a very mean Deogen. But we know what it is, so there's that at least. I wonder if I can get one more video recording. They just need to, like, throw something. I think it has to be, like, unique items. Or maybe they give you, like, half money or something. I don't remember. But the moment we see it do anything, I'm going to click that record button. We'll give him another 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Wow. He's actually kind of boring. And he's not even the Fae. I could see the Fae becoming more and more boring because, like, that's kind of, like, in their thing that they become more and more boring. But he's just not for it. Yeah, I feel like that was the sound recorder. This is, like, a sound thing also, but it's not really, like, for recording sounds. It was, like, a pre-existing thing. But I need to capture a photo of the EMF. Okay, we'll go back. We'll take this, and we'll take this in case that's what it means, but I highly doubt that's what it's talking about. This is kind of like the... What was that? Why did I hear really loud thudding footsteps? That was so weird. But anyways, this is a lot like the motion sensor, where, like, it will pick up on sound, and then in the truck you can see the little, like, monitor, and it will tell you, hey, there was sound in this area. So it's not really, I don't think it's what they mean, but we'll put it out just in case. We'll put it right there. Oh, it's so dark. And then I'm supposed to get a read. Yeah, okay. So if I can get, this EMF thing to... you know, do something, like he throws a book or whatever, and it shows any kind of reading there, then I can take a picture of that for money. But since we're here, let's just try this again. Thank you for the lurk. Yo, maybe that counted. Let's see if that counted real quick. It did not. It literally did not. I don't understand how to use that tool. Okay, come on, do something that will make the EMF go mad. It's not that hard. I'll give you more things to throw. Like that little alarm clock thing. Yeah, you're elderly. I get it. I want you to do something, though. Are you saying that because you're elderly you can't do anything? That's ageist. Go ahead, throw something. Not, you throw your back out. Okay, thank you. I appreciate it. I'll stop harassing you now. I was hoping I could maybe get another ghost photo since I was in there, but, you know, whatever. Beggars can't be choosers, mostly. I do wish I could find the bone and the cursed object. Sometimes the cursed object is right here, but the bone, I mean, that could be spread out between, like, 50 million rooms, so the chances of finding it are slim. So I'm just going to do a really short look around. Whoa. I'm gonna look in like 3 rooms max, like just the ones that are all close to the door. And if I don't see no bone, we're not getting no bone. I do worry about the fact that it's a Deogen, and I'm not really... I don't have many places I can run to, because I'm kind of closed in. What is that? Oh, just like a toe tag? Ew. Because if he comes chasing for me, running doesn't really matter. So it's not like you can just run into a room and hide. You'd have to, like, keep running until the hunt ends. And I have hunts being, like, extended, so it would have taken a while anyways. And so you kind of need a really good direction to run in. And I don't have one. I have a dead end. Because he would slam this door, and I would be trapped and die. So, let's just go out to the truck and try not to die. That's a good life goal. Alright. I do have my hair blocking my beautiful face, so obviously we gotta fix that. I will give him, let's give him one more shot to do something cool. I don't really understand why there is like a zoom thing down here that's been grayed out because, like, I have max items. So if anyone would have access to Zoom, it would be me with my max items. So I don't know why I can't do that, but we'll give him 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. He still did nothing. So we're going to go ahead and call it. We have it marked that it's a Deogen. We got some photos and only one of these things crossed off. Let's go. At least we can get our first ghost of the night done correctly with no deaths. I did change one setting while you guys were gone, and that's because we died so many times last time that the only minor setting change that I did is I made it so that our sanity repels go back to restoring the same amount they restored before, rather than the lower amount I had changed it to. So that will make it slightly easier, but not hugely. I still managed to get $1,754 from that run because I got 2 different dailies of get a ghost box response and discover the ghost type. I didn't get no bone evidence. Wow, I got a $500 reward, though. I will accept that. We got investigator's bonus. We only got $45 for the media because we only got like 2 videos and a photo. Or like 3 photos or whatever. But we did alright. There were 0 events, 0 hunts, but 23 interactions. We gained 45, but we lost 27 because we start with at 75 sanity. That's why the number's a little weird. It always says phrases recognized like 1 or 0 or whatever. I think that's really weird because like it responded to me 50 million times, so I don't know why it's like acting like it didn't. And favorite room changes was 0. I figured it was 0, but alright, the bone location was in the west visitors room. Okay. We're gonna go with random again and hope for the best. Okay, we're not gonna do that. We just did that map. So we're gonna mark a random ghost. I just don't want to do back-to-back of the same map, because that's lame. So we're just gonna open the door and then reclose it for it to take us back home. And then we'll try again with a different map. Bam. Hello. Okay. That was weird. It like didn't believe me that I wanted to go home. We will do random and hopefully it won't give us the same map. Otherwise I'm just gonna pick one if it's gonna be all particular.
Welcome back.
I do like that there's a skip option now. Alright, let's try that again. Okay, Maple Lodge campsite. This is the campsite that's like the bigger campsite.
Alright, we're here.
Okay.
Take a look at the equipment and prepare accordingly before starting the investigation.
Thanks. So, we have Emily Jackson. Oh my gosh.
Light switching. Possibly harmless, but be careful out there.
Okay. Emily Jackson. Capture a photo of any successful reading of the EMF reader. Okay. Prevent the ghost from hunting with a crucifix. No thanks. And get the ghost to blow out a firelight. 2 of those are fairly safe. This crucifix one means I have to get low enough to be hunted and then save myself. And that sounds terrible. And it looks to be extremely foggy. We love that. In real life, though, I really do love fog. The problem with fog in this specific game is it sometimes means we have very low, like being able to see, but this actually isn't too bad. Sometimes their fog is pretty bad, for figuring things out wise. But we're on a hunt for the generator. Sometimes it's right in here. But it doesn't look like that's the case. Oh, it looked like it was floating for a second. I'm like, hello, what is that? Alright, so the gen was not in here, unfortunately. Even though that's where, like, only the, like, people in charge can go. Not any, like, the guests. So I feel like that would be a safe place to keep the gen. But instead, they keep it right here where anyone can turn it off at any time. That seems less safe. But we're going to let it warm up here for a second before we check this place. Should be good now, probably. We're getting like 14 degrees. This room is so cute, and I love this like little stuff thing right there. It's great. But 14's not all that cold. Still about that. We're going on a trip. It got a little bit colder, low-key. Just by like a degree and a half. in our favorite rocket ship. Da na 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 na. Nothing? Really? Okay, I was hoping the ghost would be easy and be like, yo, I'm right here. Right at the very first place that you check. But that's fine. That's fine. How many freaking tents are there? I feel like I already checked this direction. Did I check this red one? Yeah, okay. So everywhere's being about the same. Okay, so I heard the ghost crying faintly. I saw a puff of air. So maybe that is the ghost room? It was hard to tell. It kind of sounded in the distance. But it did start happening the moment I entered this room. I'm kind of feeling like the ghost... Oh, it did just breathe on me. I was kind of feeling like the ghost maybe isn't in... I couldn't make it, guys! I couldn't make it! I was running for so long! I was running for so long! Are you a demon? Oh my gosh! I almost did a loop around the entire campsite. I just don't got the stamina like that. The ghost was faster than me. Did you guys see it crawling? Oh my... It was a they? I wasn't even in the they's area yet. What do you mean it was a they? Okay, so there was 2 events and 2 hunts. So that very first time that my light flickered a teeny bit, that was also a hunt. But I need to see how long this hunt lasted because it was a while. Time in the ghost room was 42 seconds, so maybe it was that entire walkway? And maybe that's why they were upset? That's kind of weird. Time in the dark, total time investigating. Yeah, it was 3 minutes, 17 seconds. There were 16 objects moved, 1 used, 2 doors moved, so it wasn't that close to me because I was not hearing this. 19 interactions? Where were these interactions happening? Total hunt duration was 1:30. I told you guys, I was booking it. I just couldn't make it out far enough. That was crazy. Wait, hold on. This lady's dead. We're gonna go ahead and try that map again and see if I can do it without dying. That was insane. Especially for a Thay. Let me show you guys what a Thay says. We read it recently, but it's a Thay has been known to rapidly age over time, even in the afterlife. From what we've learned, they just seem to deteriorate faster while within the presence of the living. Upon entering the location, Thay will become active, defensive, and agile. They will weaken over time, making them weaker, slower, and less aggressive. So sure, he started out aggressive, but everything he was doing was nowhere near me. I wasn't there. I didn't see him. It was just upset for no reason. This time we traded out fog for rain. More light switching. Okay. Okay. Anyways, so we have Sarah Thompson. Have a member of your team witness a ghost event. Capture 3 unique photos with the photo camera and capture a video of the ghost. Alright, so that's a little easier. I guess the game feels a little bit bad for me dying so fast. So for those of you who don't know, in Phasmophobia, the ghosts are always listening to your mic. So the reason why when you're being chased, I go quiet, is because you are less likely to die if you are quiet. If you choose to scream and yell bloody murder while you're being chased, the ghost will be much more likely to find you and kill you. So granted, it might have been fine if I just, screamed that whole time. I don't know, because the ghost was just on my tail. She already seen me. It was already too late. Man, it might be that room. But if I was like trying to hide from the ghost in a room, then being loud or making a ton of noise is how you die. So that's when I like went quiet and I'm like, she's chasing me. I was like trying to whisper to you guys in the mic. Oh man, I feel like it's this room. It dropped like 4 or 5 degrees going in there. Yeah. Okay. So this is the ghost room. Maybe I'll just like open these doors as much as possible. It kind of counts both rooms, so I might want to bring a cross. I might want to do like a run of just bringing 2 crosses to cover both rooms. That might make me feel a little bit better. It probably won't actually make me live any longer, but you know, you never know. Especially when Phase might just start killing you very abruptly. So part of the problem is we are starting at 75% sanity instead of 100, which means a lot of ghosts only need to get to 60 to hunt. Some need 50. Demons actually can start hunting pretty much whenever. Okay, it's not a 5. Let's just put this here, and let's... Oh, that was weird. Let's open all the doors. It'll make me feel a little better if the doors are, like, as open as possible. And we'll turn on the light. See, doesn't that make you feel better already? Like we're safe inside our minds. Everything's great and beautiful. I think what I want to do... I could grab a camera next. I kind of want to leave the light on a little longer, and when you have the camera, you kind of can't have the lights on, otherwise you can't see things very well. I know that makes no sense, but it's how it works, unfortunately. I'm thinking I want to grab a sanity pill, though. Because it only restores 20, and we start at negative 75. Or, not at negative 75, I'd be dead. We did get a spam chat, just ignore it. We ain't got no mods, so I don't want to try to alt-tab and risk us crashing. So just ignore the spam chat. But hello, Ghost, how are you? Man, it's getting cold in here. What's your name? What do you want? Are you friendly? Are you much friendlier than the last ghost I had? The axe murdered me. I'll put this back for you. Look, I'm cleaning up your house. Aren't you so happy? Yeah. I'll go grab more supplies. What is this? Oh, it looked like one of those, like, find a penny, pick it up all day long, you'll have good luck. It felt like one of those things. But apparently it was just, like, a knob in the wood. Alright, they want to animated knobs. I can English. English is hard. Let's see. I still haven't put up a camera. I gotta stop checking that. Let's put this on so I can actually have something fruitful happen when I check it. Let's go. Da-na-na-na-na-na-na. It still cracks me up that you guys gave me more subscribers than we have followers. If you guys were here last week, we had an insane hype train. We hit level 14 hype train. And it was 120 subs in a single stream. Actually, it was like 120 in like a single 10-minute time period. Which is just so bizarre. I was actually editing clips from that stream today. And so I was rewatching so much of that. And oh my gosh, I was laughing so hard just rewatching that stream. So thank you guys again for that. That was hilarious. Especially how shocking it was the first time that Anonymous dropped 50. That was hilarious. I was like dumbstruck. I was mute. But so far, I'm not seeing any evidence. I don't see no ghost orbies. Obviously, I'm not seeing any DOTS. It was alarming when that guy walked through the DOTS earlier. He was, like, in my face when he walked through the DOTS. But we'll give him, like, I don't know, probably another 5 seconds to do something, and then we'll go back out. Probably 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. He's not even, like, throwing anything. It's a weird part. Okay, so I'm thinking some UV... And I don't know, a camera? I do need the camera out there in a video. So I think, yeah, probably just a camera. Just so I can make sure I'm also getting my objectives done. Alright, I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm not ready to die, though, so don't do that part. I'm gonna turn that main light on. to make me feel safe inside my mind, but mostly, I did it because then I can tell if the generator goes off or not. But it won't actually affect any of the readings in here. Hold on, let me just do a quick little check for fingerprints. So far, we're good. I don't think I shut this door, so I do think the ghost did that, but I really only have like 70 seconds or something to check the door for fingerprints after the ghost touched it before like the fingerprints go away. So it's really only helpful if you're fast. But I have an EMF reading, which did give us some money. I kind of want to give the ghost more things to throw, but let's check the temperature again before we leave. Make sure that the ghost is still in here. Because it was getting like, oh, actually it's freezing now. So I'm so glad I decided to check that again. I was mostly actually just checking. Okay, it could be a demon. I was mostly just checking to see if the ghost changed rooms. But if it wants to just go ahead and give me an evidence for that, I'll accept. I don't like that door being open. Let's go. Okay, every time I get close to the gate, I start to panic a little bit because I'm like, what if the gate shuts in my face? And it's a hunt, and then I have nowhere to go because I'm like the most blocked off you could be. So that's always where my mind goes whenever I'm near the door. That's it. Like, I'm literally like inches away from safety, and that's usually when I feel the least amount of safe. I usually feel pretty safe in the truck, but sometimes you guys do jump scares when I'm in the truck, so I don't feel like 100% safe in the truck. Plus on that one, I think it's the Bladesdale farmhouse, the ghost went outside one of the times and killed me outside. And I didn't know they could do that, so I don't even feel safe outside. Let's go ahead and take another sandy pill to be a little bit on the safe side. What do I want to bring out? I could bring out another camera because then we can get both different angles of the house, I think. Which should probably mean that I have another DOTS. But that takes so many extra hands. Ain't nobody want to do that. The fact that it's freezing temperatures, though, did cut out, like, half the options. So that's pretty cool. I'm definitely going to get a bruise on my leg, though. I can feel it. Alright. Let's be fine. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. I'm thinking, like, over here. So that way we cover as much of both rooms as possible. Oh, but where would I put this? Like, right here? Yeah, that could work. Alright. Before anything happens, I'm going to go back out and check that camera. Because with the fact that it's kind of split between kind of two rooms, kind of one, the ghost orbs and the DOTS might only work in one room and not the other kind of a thing. So it's better to just, like, always check it. I forgot to turn this one on night vision. So I'm not seeing the ghost orbies or DOTS in the... I don't think that counted. I didn't record quick enough. I had my hand on the wrong part. But, I'm not seeing ghost orbies. I'm not seeing DOTS. So, we can't, like, cross those out yet, because sometimes the ghost does it really late. But, it's just not seeming like that's the option. And in this room, again, just to check, yeah, I'm not seeing them in this room either. Ooh. Oh, okay, so I like that it actually set up at the top. I don't know if you guys saw it, but at the top right there, it said door moved. We don't have to keep recording. But I think that did count as a unique video, so at least we did get some money out of that, even if we didn't figure out, like, an extra evidence. Let's switch back to this camera. Just fun, like, one final look over. I don't think the door moved, though. Low-key, I didn't see it move. And it felt like it was open about the same amount that I left it open. But, we'll give it 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I see nothing. See no evil, hear no evil. We have one video to go, one photo. I kind of want to take a little break away from the ghost room and see if we can find the cursed object or the bone for some extra money. So, let me grab that, and I kind of wish I had an extra cross or something, but maybe I'll bring some salt to lay down in there. I don't know. I'll bring the firelight. That's like an extra thing you could take money for at least. Or take a photo for money. Yeah, I just simplified it. It's fine. I do think my sanity is still fine to wander about. So we'll just give him this little thing in case he's feeling flamey. Let's see. I do have freezing temperatures. So there's not really anything else I can mark in here. I'll talk to him for just a moment. Hello. Where are you? What's your name? Oh, it opens this way. What do you want? Are you friendly? Okay, he doesn't feel like talking. I say we go on a little trip in our favorite rocket ship and we see what we can find. See if we can get the cursed object or the bone. I feel safer not being by the ghost, low-key. So we're just going to go a little walk. You know what? We went that way last time. Let's go this way. We didn't see this way before we died. I did kind of run this path when I was running for my life from that really long chase. But I didn't, you know, get a chick in the sights. Like, what is that? Has that always been there? I feel like it hasn't. But, everything's looking fine and dandy. Oh, that's the rain on the tarp. I'm like, what is this sketchy sound? It kind of sounds like the same sound that they have for crackling flames. Whenever you light, like, the giant campfire. So I was like, the campfire's not lit. But I'm still hearing sounds like it is. If you stay in the dark too long, it increases the ghost's chance to attack. But annoyingly enough, if you stay in the light too long, it increases the ghost's chance of attack. So either way, you're just basically asking the ghost to attack you. So it's kind of good to just kind of switch between having the light on and the light off. But, it's fine. We can feel safe. We can feel in danger. The ghost doesn't know. I don't like the weird, like, echo in the bathroom, though. I don't know if you guys can hear that. It was kind of faint, but it was like this, like, oh, kind of like a hum type thing, but, like, I don't know. I don't know English. I don't know words. It was just not enjoyable. How about that? Nothing in here. Oh! Oh. Oh, okay, never mind. It's a normal human skull. From this side, I thought that, like, those two things were eyeballs, and that was, like, a mouth, and I'm like, the frick is this? But we found, the bone. We just still need to find, like, the cursed object, is all. Nope. Thank you, thank you. If you guys know Kiko Vision, something he loves to do is he'll, like, glance in the direction of his chat and, like, pretend that they asked a question that nobody asked and be like, oh, so-and-so said this. And then he'll, like, answer the question and go on, like, a story. Like, he'll use it as, like, an introduction to a story. And so if you're watching the video and not, like, looking, then you totally think that someone just asked that question and he's answering it. But if you actually are, like, looking, you're like, duh, heck, I didn't see that. What are you talking about? Maybe... Hold on, this will be my light to guide me back home. I'm getting kind of worried how long I've been out here looking around, and what my sanity might have dropped to. That's kind of cute. But let's look just a little bit longer for this cursed object. It really can be, like, anywhere on the map. And I kind of feel like it's in this, like, off cabin over here. They did change this a little bit because I don't remember there being, like, seats out here. Ooh. There's always a little bit of a visual bug whenever you first enter, like, a room in this game, or a house or whatever. I don't know why. I know it's, like, trying to load a new object, but I don't know. Other games don't have that problem. Not seeing any cursed object in here. Okay. That's a normal mirror. Wow, look! Guys, they actually added a reflection. Not of us, of course, but before every mirror was just black, and there was no reflection whatsoever. So I like that they decided to add us a cute little reflection now. Make the game feel a little bit more real, scare you a little bit more. Aw, dang it, I thought that was the tarot cards for a second. I was so happy for about a second and a half. But I didn't see the cursed object, and I am worried about the sake of our sanity. So I think I will go back out to, like, our house, which can go right here. And we can go back to our truck and take a sanity pill. Ew, I hate that sound. It's so nasty. I'll just do one last glance. The problem is I left the ghost alone for so long that he might have switched rooms on us. I wouldn't blame him. He was lonely. Maybe he was trying to find us. But we'll go back out to safety. Our gen is still on, so I feel a little good about that. What time is it? It is 9:45. Man, I started late. We are running out of time. Alright, let's look at our things just real quick. See if, I don't know, hopefully if we see an interaction, that will probably mean the ghost didn't switch rooms. But I'm doubting that we're going to see DOTS or Ghost Orb, because I feel like we would have seen it by now. We've looked in these long enough. Oh, I don't think I got it. Oh, I did. Anyways, I looked in here. Oh, that was a different object, but I guess that one didn't count. Anyways, I've looked in here long enough that I feel like if we were going to see something, we would have seen it. Oh, that really didn't count. The ghost turned the light on. You don't believe that that's an interaction? But the fact that the ghost is getting more mad over time, not less mad, I mean, at least that means it's not a Thay, but we really only have one evidence to work with. And we knew it wasn't a Thay from the evidence we had. The funny and sad thing is that it could, in fact, still be a demon. Because, demons are less aggressive near crucifixes. And literally, like, the first thing I did when I entered this place was I put, like, 2 crucifixes down. So there's a chance that the reason why I'm not dead yet isn't because it's not a demon, but it's because I put those down. So I still have my camera, so let's just bring some salt for some potential photos, and it will make it easier to check UV. I've already taken 3 sanity pills. I don't know, I guess I'll leave my 4th one, but I feel a little worried about my sanity. I feel worried. That didn't help. That actually made me more worried. Okay. Anyways. Okay, we got book writing. That's new. Okay, great. I don't know why I picked up that camera to take the photo. Any camera would have worked. But, ghost writing. Oh my gosh. It could still be one, y'all. What would it be? Not EMF 5. It would have been ultraviolet. I didn't even check. I had the opportunity, to check right then, in that one moment, and I didn't do it. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. And it's all my fault. Okay, okay, hold on. Oh. Okay, you know what? I don't see UV. Okay, that makes me feel tremendously better. Not even gonna lie. That makes me feel so much better, the fact that I didn't see any UV. Alright, in that case, we have... I'll check it one more time, just to make sure. But in that case, it's not a demon, because a demon is UV. And we checked 2 different things now, and there's been no UV. So let's go back out to the truck and see what our options still are left. And we can work forward from there. But it does make me feel a bajillion times better to know that it's not a demon. Alright, come on. Let me back inside the truck. Alright. So it could be a... I'm not going to even read the demon, because it's probably not that, because we would have seen UV. So let's read the Revenant. A Revenant is a violent ghost that will attack indiscriminately. Their speed can be deceiving, as they are slow while dormant. However, as soon as they hunt, they can move incredibly fast. A Revenant will travel at significantly faster speed when hunting their prey, and hiding from the Revenant will cause it to move very slowly. Next we have the Shade, which I doubt it, because this ghost has been fairly active, but a Shade has been known to be very shy. There is evidence to suggest that a Shade will stop all paranormal activity if there are people nearby. Shades are much harder to find, and the ghost will not enter a hunt if there are people nearby. I feel like it's not a Shade, because the ghost has done several things while I was in the room. If he only did it while I was looking through the camera, that's one thing, but he did it while I was in the room. And lastly, we have a Moroi. Morois have risen from the grave to drain energy from the living. They've been known to place curses on their victims, curable only by antidotes or by moving very far away. The weaker their victims, the stronger the Moroi become. Moroi suffer from hyperosemia, weakening them for longer periods. So it could be this. I never really figured out how you can tell if someone has a poison on them. Actually, you know what? I'll read Demon just so you guys know what I'm freaking out about if you haven't seen this game before. Demons are the most aggressive ghosts we've ever encountered. Known to attack without reason, they seem to enjoy the thrill of the hunt. Strength. Demons will initiate hunts more often than other ghosts. And weakness. Demons fear the crucifix and be less aggressive near one. So that's why there's a chance that it was a demon, was because I had those crucifixes down right off the bat. So it did make me much safer. But, I think I'm going to take my last sanity pill and see if we can find out what we can find out. Actually, I can't even take it, so I'm actually pretty safe. So I think maybe I'll go back out and see if we can, like, trick the monster into giving us the last evidence we need. And then I can take my sanity pill while I'm out here. I brought it with me. I also need a photo of the ghost, but that a lot of times relies on the ghost being willing to be nice. And, I didn't see either time that he blew out my thing, so I'm just gonna keep lighting it. But it looks like he hasn't been touching my doors. The things that it could still be are like DLTS, Ghost Orb, Spirit Box, EMF 5. So I guess I really need to be hovering by both of these items right here. Maybe I can move it a little bit. Like put it more center for the room. That might make it a little easier. Alright, hello! Are you there? Are you friendly? Are you elderly? Are you an elderly victim? They do love to tell me when they're elderly victims. But perhaps not. Because we got ghost riding, freezing temperature, yeah. And he doesn't feel like doing anything else. Which kind of makes me wonder, actually, if it's the Moroi. Because if he has been, like, weakened over time from the things that he did do, and if maybe I broke the thing of, like, curable only if you get an antidote or move very far away, I did search this entire map, so there's a chance that I moved very far away. I did get the ghost riding, EMF reading, and a bone. I never did find the cursed object. Honestly, I did look around pretty much the whole map. So either it's a really tiny cursed object, or I'm just very blind, because I really did not see it anywhere. But I'm not getting, like, any readings from the ghost. Maybe I should make sure. I'm seeing my breath actively. So I feel like the ghost, yeah, it's freaking freezing. It's not just freezing, it's freaking freezing. So ghosts do be in here. What am I holding? Oh, my sanity thing. I guess it's good to keep that on. I was just gonna maybe walk around with the EMF, see if we could get EMF 5. Oh, ghosty, come out, wherever you are. Come find me. Do something, I'm right here. I would be so easy to kill right now. Come out, wherever you are. Pop goes the weasel. Yeah, okay. So, ghost, please. I need, like, a photo of you. I need, like, an evidence from you. Anything, really. Can't you be, like, a little bit helpful? I'll give you, like, $1. I'll turn this light back on, because he seemed to want the light on earlier. Does that make you more happy? No? You don't care? I mean, I'm literally, I keep seeing my breath. It's freaking cold in here. The ghost ain't leaving. So it's gotta be a Moroi in that case, right? Hello? Where are you? Are you friendly? How old are you? I feel like these are not questions you should be asking people. But let's turn back off the light, even though we love being able to see. That's kind of a neat phenomenon that humans can do. We'll take our sanity pill to be on the safe side. But I don't know, I feel like we should give this ghost like 5 more seconds, maybe 10, and if he don't do anything, then maybe we should just do best guess Moroi. Because, this ghost just kind of stopped all activity. 10, 9, 8, 7, he's not even blowing out the torch. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, you suck. I'm gonna go with Moroi, but watch it be like a demon or something. I suppose it could be a shade, because he wasn't doing anything while I was in the room, except for the fact that he was doing stuff when I was in the room earlier. I feel like he's just trolling me at this point. But if it was a shade, it would have been EMF 5. If it's a Moroi, then it would have been the spirit box. I couldn't really get a spirit box response. It was kind of hard to check the EMF 5 thing, because I feel like it's not those things. So yeah, that kind of leaves that it was either a shade or Moroi. That's not super helpful. Hold on. Capture a video of the ghost. Yeah, I don't know if we're gonna get that, honestly. Because this ghost would have to be, like, interacting for us to be able to take a video of it in the first place. So I'm going to leave it 10 seconds on each camera, and if he doesn't do anything, we'll do best guess. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And on this one, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Alright, since he didn't do anything on camera or while I was in there, I am leaning towards a Moroi, just because I feel like if it was a shade, he would have done something the moment I left. But he didn't do anything. He stayed being as inactive as he was, and since Morois will get like weakened for long periods, and he hasn't done anything in a while, even though that's very clearly the ghost room, I'm leaning towards Moroi. So I feel like the Wordle thing is about to come up, where it's like, you had 2 options to pick from, and you chose the wrong one. That's a bummer. But who knows, maybe we'll get it. We still got some money from like the videos, the pictures, the objectives. But it better be a Moroi. It better be.
Welcome back.
You had 2 options to pick from, and you chose the wrong one. That's a bummer. Alright. So we got $25 for the objective of getting 3 unique photos with the photo camera. We got $40 for the different media things we did, plus the rewards, minus a percentage for the incorrect ghost type, and then plus the bone evidence, which only made us get $295. Lame. We gained more sanity than we lost because we start out low. There was no room changes. There was whatever. He did stuff. It was annoying. There was no hunts. Time in the favorite room was 26 minutes. Time out of it was only 1:50, and that was pretty much while I was searching around. Let's choose a smaller house. We'll go Tanglewood Drive because it's getting a little late. Where it all began. Our first reports of the paranormal came from here. It's only small, but who knows what still lurks within. It said something like that. I didn't finish reading it in time, but you got the gist. It was kind of that. Yeah, light switching, great.
Be careful out there.
Okay, so we have Livy Jackson. Capture a photo of the ghost. Capture a video of the ghost. Get an average sanity below 25% and cleanse the area near the ghost using incense. Alright, that's, 2 of those could be doable. One of them, he wants me to die. I think that's just as simple as it be. Let's turn on our flashlight and our EMF. I like to pick up the keys pretty early on, just that way if the ghost decides to set off the car, that we can, just turn it off immediately instead of having to go get the keys and come back. But it looks like, unfortunately, it is not in the garage, which means it's in the basement. Alright, let's see how long my armies are. That long! Wow! I didn't know I was Elastigirl. But we'll give it a second to warm up, saying do-a-diddy-diddy-dum-diddy-do. Also, I mentioned this in my Discord, and I mentioned it in chat before, but for those of you in YouTube Landia, sorry about all the crashes. I'm hoping that getting a new computer will fix that, and I'm working on the process of, like, the new computer's built, it's a matter of, like, transferring things over. I doubt it will be ready by our Saturday stream, but I'm hoping that it should be ready by our next Wednesday stream, so hopefully I'll be able to run and do it Dead by Daylight and not have to worry in the slightest about the potential crash. It does look like it's a garage ghost. Yeah, so I don't know. I'll keep you guys apprised on that in the Discord, !play if you're not in there already. But I'm hoping that I'll be able to have everything ready to where I can stream on it by next Saturday. So, I'm sorry, by next Wednesday, not Saturday. So that way we can just stop having crashes. Maybe we can cross stream and stream on YouTube at the same time. Just different stuff like that. But again, I'll keep you guys updated. That's just kind of like where we're at right now. Let's go ahead and go put out the DOTS and the camera out there. This will probably be the last one for the night for this stream, just because I do have to work tonight. I swear I hear the car alarm going off. It is going off! I knew it! See, that's why I grabbed the keys. It's just a 2, it's fine. I got a little panicked. I'm like, what is it? But a 2, we can handle a 2. Let's check the temperature again since we're here. And it is an 8, so it is getting a little colder, so we'll need to keep an eye on that because, I don't know, maybe it will just keep dropping until we get down to freezing. That'd be cool. No cursed object, okay. Really? I think he set off the car alarm again. What is this guy's problem with that car? Is it not the make and model he likes? Or I like to call it the brand and product line just to troll people. But yeah, he set off the car. How annoying. I'm not seeing anything on the DOTS or the ghost orbies right now, but it's so hard to tell with this car going off. Oh wait, there actually is a ghost orb right there. So we're gonna write that down, but I'm gonna check again for DOTS when we go back in there and turn off that car, because that just makes it way too annoying to check. But since we started low, we're probably at 70% sanity, and I don't trust that. So we're gonna take 1 sanity pill. We have a book and a cross. I feel like those are kind of good items to get us off, making sure we're a little bit on the safer side. Let's turn that off. That's annoying. Oh. Okay. I didn't know what that sound was at first. It was so quiet. It was like a faint growl, and I'm like, is the ghost growling at me? Kind of a weird life choice. Maybe it was a wolf in its previous life. If you guys have seen any of those videos. But a door being creaky, okay, that makes much more sense. I had a friend who, like, their house doors were all, like, weighted weird. And so, like, no doors could stay open unless you, like, did a lot to prop the doors open. Evidence. What evidence? I just got a picture that said evidence, but I guess I didn't click the video enough, because it didn't count it. But, anyways, all of her doors were weighted, so no matter what you did, unless you, like, stuck something in front of the door would just, shut. Like, all of their doors were shut. And it was the most annoying thing, because you couldn't, like, hold the door open for anyone. You couldn't just, like, have your bedroom door open just for the sake of having your bedroom door open. And then they had, like, door stoppers everywhere, and I'm like, well, why is this a thing? If you guys don't even want these doors shut, why do they shut? Okay, I'm kind of concerned that the ghost relocated, because I do have the relocation thing turned on high, and I had seen a ghost orb before, but I don't see a ghost orb now, so it does make me a little bit worried that he already changed rooms. So I feel like we need to go out and check that and see if he relocated. But let's go ahead. I thought I crashed for a second. We're fine. Let's go ahead and grab a few items and then go check again. And then I'll check the temperature, because the temperature is usually our best gauge at telling if the ghost changed rooms or not. So I'll just set these down real quick and then check it. Alright, hold that. It was 7 and now it's 8, so it's probably still in here. Oh yeah, because it's like 15 if you leave. And he breathed at me just to let me know. Alright, thank you for confirming. I suppose I'll set this up facing the door. It's kind of helpful, I guess. But kind of weird that I didn't...
Elderly victim.
See, they love to tell you that they're an elderly victim. Not a 5, though. Alright, we'll mark that down. Spirit box. Alright, that narrowed it down a lot. We'll have to check back in the car and see if Mimic is still an option, because I have like Mimic PTSD. But it's not a demon. The important part is that it cannot and will not be a demon. We'll move this a little bit. Alright, let's go back out. Making sure I dropped everything off. Yeah, I did drop everything. Welcome, welcome in. If you're just joining us, hello. Alright, now that we're back in the safety of our truck, let's look at our thing. So, if it could be a Mimic, Mimics have Spirit Box, Ultraviolet, Freezing Temperatures. We have Spirit Box, Ultraviolet, Freezing Temperatures, and Ghost Orbs. So, I guess until we get something else, we can't decide that it's not a Mimic. So I'm going to mark it because it did say Spirit Box, yeah? Yeah, Spirit Box. So it could still be a Mimic. We'll have to keep that in mind. Could still be a Mimic. But let's read what our different options are. Starting with Mare. A mare is a source of all nightmares, making it more powerful in the dark. A mare will have an increased chance to attack in the dark, and turning on the lights all around the mare will lower its chance of attack. Next we have a Yaokai. Yaokais are common ghosts that are attracted to human voices. I hate Yaokais. They can usually be found haunting family homes, which we're in. Talking near a Yaokai will anger it, which I do, increasing the chances of an attack. When hunting, a Yaokai can only hear voices close to it. And then we have an Onryo. The Onryo is often referred to as the wrathful spirit. It steals souls from its dying victims' bodies to seek revenge. This ghost has been known to fear any form of fire and will do anything to be far away from it. Strength, extinguishing a flame, can cause an Onryo to attack, and weakness, when threatened, this ghost will be less likely to hunt. And then we still have the Mimic as a potential option. Mimics are an elusive, mysterious copycat ghost that mirrors the traits and behaviors of others, including other ghost types. We're unsure of what this ghost is capable of, be careful, and several reports have noticed ghost orb sightings near Mimics, which is why this is still an option, even though it's crossed out. So let's look right here real quick and see if we can see anything. The fact that I saw a ghost orb for like a splittest of seconds and then it went away. Oh, okay, there's another one there. I'll keep the camera. Yeah, okay, we got the evidence, I think. Did it count that? It didn't count it. Alright, we're gonna have to try that again and see if we can record the ghost orb. Okay, that time it counted it. Okay, perfect. So we got the ghost orb for that one. It does make me feel a little better because earlier it saw the ghost orb for just a second and then stopped showing it. Dang it. And so it made me worried that like maybe it wasn't ghost orbs, maybe it was a glitch or something. But the fact that we saw it again did make me feel better. I missed when the ghost did something that I could have made money for. Oh, I mean, there's another one. Another ghost orb. I don't know if it will count to do a video because I've already seen a ghost orb. So I don't think that counts as like a unique event. Yeah, it's not counting for anything. We'll leave it on record for like 5 more seconds to see if he'll throw something because that will count if the video is recording. But 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The ghost did nothing. It is boring. But we got the one video evidence. What does it say we need? Capture a video of the ghost and cleanse the area. Alright. Maybe we should go cleanse it and look around for the cursed object. I could take... let's wait on the sanity pill. But I think we have all of the different items out there. So we'll take a camera. We can go look for the cursed object. And then we'll smudge the area that the ghost is in. Did I grab my lighter? I did. So I'm kind of looking for like the voodoo doll or the music box or anything that looks ooky spooky. That would be good too. I don't actually know entirely the different places that the cursed object will spawn in this map. I think that it can like be in the closets. But we're just going to do a quick look around, see if we can see anything super sketchy, and then we'll go back out to the ghost and cleanse his area for the extra moolah. Can I take a picture of the safe? Maybe we can crack the combo and make some, you know, like steal it, take it home. That'd be great. I'm not against like stealing from the dead. They're dead. They don't need it anymore. But, oh wait, tarot cards. They're just really small. They don't even look ooky spooky is the thing. But now that we have the cursed object, let's go ahead. I didn't shut this door. But let's smudge. Jackwad. Yeah. Okay, we already got that. He was just he was like making fun of me. I don't know if you guys saw that. He was literally making fun of me. Cask! Hello, Cask! How are you? I don't know if you saw that. I saw that. Hold on. Ooh! Wow, that's a lot. Okay, that's fun. Cask, how are you? What are you up to this fine Wednesday? Or Wicked Wednesday, whatever you want to call it. Hey, how's it going? Huh. I'm gonna go back out to my truck now. Good, going home from work. Okay. How was work? Are you glad to be going home? Holy cow. Okay. Sorry for the little, scream there. Hopefully I didn't burst your eardrums. In my defense, I very recently died in this game, okay? And it started the car alarm not long after I left, so I couldn't turn it off. So sorry if you have a problem with flashing lights. I'm just hoping to get something on the video camera. I get extra money if I can record the ghost. And I actually saw it, and I didn't record nothing because I was screaming and running for my life. But I don't think we're going to get any evidence, so I'm going to give it like 5 more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nothing, because this ghost is mean. So it could be a mimic, just because it trolled me. But Yaokais also don't like it when you talk, and I was talking. That was a thing. But the smudge counted, right? Okay, I still got the smudge to count. Yay. But yeah, Cass, how are you doing? What do I have in my hand? Dang, I still have the EMF, but I do have one hand free. Maybe I will go salt it, so I can better check for UV. I think that would be a good call. That kind of hurt my throat, low-key. That was quite the creaky door. I'm guessing I heard the garage door from all the way out here. It trapped me in the world's tiniest room. This ghost is just mean. I don't know what to tell you. It's mean. Why is it mean? I didn't do anything. I don't even have 2 evidences to work with. I have 1 evidence. It's such a bully. Is there even anything on the camera? All I wanted to do was go in, like, put my stuff back down in there. Maybe leave some salt behind. And it shut the door on me multiple times. You know what? I don't care. I'm taking another sandy pill. That's right. Another one. Another one. Better question. How are you doing? Oh, why thank you. I am doing well. Not so much from the screams, but in general, I'm doing well. We had an amazing stream last Wednesday. We got a Hype Train 14! So that was exciting. Hold on, let me put my salt down. I still have it. Okay. But anyways, I've been great. Thank you. Oh, earlier today, the very first jump scare we got, I slammed my knee so hard into my desk. That I feel like I'm going to have a bruise from this stream. So, the ghost did get me in real life. Okay, hold on. Okay, there's no UV. I feel fairly confident that we would have seen some UV if there had been any. Only. Okay, so I'm going to cross UV off because I feel like we would have seen it. So we still need to check the temperature. And we are getting... Yeah, I don't think that was English. But freezing temperatures... Hold on. This one. Left hurt. And this one. Alright, the fact that I didn't get UV off a single one of those... Okay, I wasn't sure which side of the car she was on. But EMF 2, she touched this door, there's still no EMF, I'm sorry, there's still no UV. So I'm fairly confident that there's no UV at all for us to get off of this ghost. So I feel like we narrowed down what the ghost is because, I swear it got darker. If we have everything that we have plus UV, then it's a mimic. If we have everything we have without UV, then it's not a mimic. So it was important that we kept checking UV with our hardest just to make sure, because then it would have been the mimic. So it's an onryo. So just to remind us of what an onryo is, it's referred to as the wrathful spirit. It steals souls from his dying victims' bodies to seek revenge. This ghost has been known to fear any form of fire and will do anything to be far away from it. Extinguishing a flame can cause an onryo to attack and when threatened, this ghost will be less likely to hunt. There is a chance that the reason why the ghost chased me and made me scream was because I smudged it, which low-key activates a flame. So it could have just been that he was low-key upset that I lit a fire in his room. But we'll check again. See if there's anything for a quick little recording that will make us a little bit of money. Money, it must be money. Have you guys ever watched Buffy? I love Buffy the Vampire Slayer. It is great. But let's look. For just we got one video, one photo. We never even found the bone. Maybe I should take my last sanity pill and go on a quick little search for where the bone is. I feel like that would be a good call. I hope I don't die. That would be a bummer. Maybe I don't even want to bring this with me because I feel like that's a great way to accidentally trigger the ghost. Angel is better. I like Angel. I like Buffy. I like Buffy more because Angel often felt repetitive. But I have watched both series through many times. I have probably watched through season 1 through 7 of Buffy probably at least once a year, every year, since I first watched it when I was 5. And then Angel I've probably only seen through 10 times. But Buffy's to the point that I can nearly quote every episode word for word. So there is that. I do be a fan that way. So I will die on the grave. I'll die on the hill that Buffy is great. Because the story is great and the acting is great. You can say what you want about, the different ways that they show the monsters. You can say what you want about different characters or whatever. But they tended to have amazing acting skills and tended to have great stories and great writing. Which I feel like is kind of hard to find in a lot of TV shows. Which is part of the reason why it's kind of always ranked really high in my brain. Okay, for some reason my shift is not... It's making me walk sideways. So we're just going to go ahead and call it for the ghost. I don't know where the bone is. I feel like it's hiding somewhere really weird. Because I've looked around this entire house now. Ugh. Okay. Well, maybe I at least got a photo of the ghost. Ew. But I did like Angel. I felt like the plot was a lot less good in Angel. All the stuff with Connor, that's not a spoiler, it's just a name. The stuff with Connor I didn't feel like fit the story. I felt like it was kind of a cop-out. So that's why I feel like Angel is kind of rated a little bit lower. Plus, I feel like Buffy's ending was cooler. But I did still like Angel's ending. And they did still have amazing actors in Angel. Stop saying bad things about Angel. Fine, fine. I say nothing bad. I love the characters for the most part. They're great. I love the ending. I love all of Season 5, actually. A certain character, I don't think it's a spoiler to say her name, Fred, the actor Fred, she is fantastic in every part that she did in that show. She is amazing. She's half the reason that I watched Dollhouse. Dollhouse was also written by Joss Whedon, like Angel and Buffy, and it had the girl who played Fred in it and the girl who played Faith in it, Faith from Buffy. Dollhouse is great. Only watched the first season. Second season sucks. But I have seen the first season of Dollhouse probably 6 times. So that one's still great. Casca says, alright, Buffy fan. My phone was about to die. Enjoy your stream. Oh, thank you, thank you. Have a good rest of your night. We're about done here anyways. Thank you for chatting and for talking about Buffy and Angel. I love both. I did get a photo of the ghost. This first one didn't count, but because I went back for that second one, I did get that one. For all the viewers, I'm sorry she stopped playing to talk about this. I'm still playing. I'm still playing. I'm just looking around. Maybe the viewers also love Buffy, okay? Maybe they also love Angel. Look, I'm playing. But no, we know what the ghost is. I couldn't get any extra of the evidences. If it's a mimic, I'm gonna be mad because I checked UV a bajillion times. So it better not frickin' be a mimic. If it's a mimic, I'm gonna lose my mind. And Kyle's not even here for it because Kyle always frickin' hates the mimic. Better not be. Okay, it was a non-real. We're fine. Everything's fine. I checked the UV so many times to make sure it wouldn't be a mimic. But we made a decent chunk of money, even though we couldn't ever find the bone. We got good rewards. So we still made $1,202. Sorry about those who are going to Adlandia, but ain't none of you going to Adlandia because you all have a bajillion subs. There were 6 ghost events, no hunts, so I was actually fine earlier. It says I only spent 3.5 minutes in the ghost room. I find that odd because I spent a lot of time in the ghost room. Our sanity was okay. Doors move, light switches, interactions. There were 3 favorite room changes? Was he not just in the garage the entire game? I feel like he was in the garage the entire game. That's where it was cold. That's where I saw ghost orbs consistently. I consistently saw ghost orbs there. And that's where, like, all the interactions happened. So, what do you mean? What do you mean there were 3 favorite room changes? And the bone location was in the main bathroom. Where even is the main bathroom? Is that, like, in the main bedroom? Okay. But anyways, we're going to end stream here because I got to go get ready for work. So thank you guys so much for watching. Again, sorry about the crashes earlier. I am working on getting my new computer, so it probably won't be ready by stream Saturday, but I am hopeful that I'll be streaming on the new computer by Wednesday of next time. So, like, not next stream, but the stream after that. So this Saturday at 2 p.m. MST, we're going to be doing the 3rd episode of the 2nd game of Life is Strange. So make sure you guys are there for that because it's been psycho. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I will show you my beautiful, beautiful face. Thank you, thank you. We're going to end stream in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.